There's one recipe that strikes fear into the heart of even some of the hardest chefs, and that is risotto. A lot of people have got the impression that it's one of those complicated dishes that is very, very difficult to achieve. Well, I'm going to show you how to do a quick, simple and cheap risotto that anyone can do, step by step, breaking it down so absolutely everyone can get it right, first time, every time. It's chicken and bacon risotto on the One Pot Chef. Now today, to make our risotto, I'm using a heavy based pot, this one here. In pot I have just melted some butter and a little bit of olive oil to stop the butter from burning. To that we're going to add 1 onion which has been finely chopped, 2 rashers of bacon chopped, and 3 chicken thigh fillets which I've also cut up into small pieces. There we go, and we're just going to mix them together, get them all coated, and we're going to cook that over a medium heat for about 3 minutes until the meats have started to cook and the onions have gone clear and translucent. Our onions are starting to cook nicely, and so is our chicken and our bacon. So we're also going to add a couple of teaspoons of crushed garlic. Now of course you can use fresh garlic if you prefer, I just happen to have this, it's easier. So if you're using fresh, 2 cloves of crushed garlic, or 2 teaspoons if you're using the jar stuff, and just stir that through. Got some wonderful smells coming off this. You've got the onion, you've got the bacon, and now you've got the garlic and the olive oil and everything. Delicious. Right, now that's stirred through, we're going to pop in our rice. Now I'm using Arborio rice, otherwise known as risotto rice. I'm using 2 cups today. So we're just going to pour that straight in. And we're going to stir that through so all the rice gets nice and coated in all that lovely olive oil and butter and juices and things. Get that all nice and mixed through. I'm going to cook this for about 5 minutes or so until the rice has started to go nice and clear looking. As you can see, the rice has started to go a bit clearer and it's now taken on a bit of a yellowy brownish sort of colour. It means it's time for us to add in our stock. Now we're adding 4 cups of stock, but we're going to be adding it a bit at a time, 1 cup at a time. So we're just going to pour that in, and then we just stir it until it's all completely absorbed into the rice. Do not add any more stock until all the liquid is now gone. So we just stir it for a few minutes until all that liquid has disappeared into the rice, and then you can add some more stock. Now, as you can see, I have put in all 4 cups of our stock and have been stirring it frequently as the rice absorbs it all. That's just about there. So we're now going to add 1 cup of just water, just to finish this off. And again, we just stir it in until it's all absorbed by the rice. That's all absorbed in now. I've turned the heat down to low and I'm just going to pop the lid on and let that simmer for about 5 minutes and it'll be ready to serve. And here we have our completed risotto. It is absolutely delicious, piping hot. Now the rice is nice and firm but not crunchy, but it's all got a lovely creamy consistency to it which just makes it absolutely delicious. Now before serving, just take a small teaspoon and take a taste of it to test the rice to make sure it's cooked properly. If it's got a bit of a crunchiness to it, add a small amount more of liquid, stir it through until it's absorbed, and then try it again. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at youtube.com/OnePotChefShow. And until next time, see you later.